look, I mean this as constructive criticism as someone who has listened to a lot of JRE in the past myself. And look, make no mistake, I think he is a good guy and he's pretty thoughtful and all that, but he has a lot of blind spots. And the number one thing that just pisses me off so badly about him is that, and he hasn't learned obviously, is that he conflates liberals with leftists. He doesn't understand the difference between someone who's actually on the left and someone who's just a corporate Democrat who, is left on, who is progressive on social issues, but they're like super imperialist, super capitalist, super right wing on like everything else. He doesn't grasp that. He doesn't understand that. It drives me nuts. I mean, last year during the protests, he was calling, mayor, super corporate Democrat mayors like Garcetti and Wheeler. He was calling them liberals and left. I'm like, the protesters are protesting them as much as they're protesting right wingers or protesting the brutal cops. I mean, someone who purports to be as intelligent as and he is, a lot of the time he is intelligent, he doesn't get that. And I just want someone to like lay it out for him. He needs it laid out for him like very simple, straightforward, not a lot of words, right to the point. And no one's ever like really done that. And Kyle is someone who I love, deeply respect. I mean, I agree with the guy probably like 98% of the time. And I'm not in any way doubting his ability to communicate things. I mean, he's helped me make a lot of, points to people and summarize my own thoughts. So I have nothing but love for him, but I think because he's boys with Joe, he doesn't want to push too hard back on that. But what I was hoping he would say, and actually Krystal said, and I feel the same way about Krystal, nothing but respect for her and Saagar. But she actually said when he was like, when he was making a point about, the Silicon Valley tech people, oh, they're liberal, and Krystal actually, to her immense credit, she didn't say it as much as I would have liked her to say it, but she did make the distinction that they're Hollywood liberals, that, again, they're only left on culture issues, but they don't care about unions and Medicare for all. I mean, that was as far as she put it, but it's something. It put the seed in his head. And like I said, I just want someone who's a leftist to just lay that out for him in just a couple sentences, simple as that. Make the distinction because he doesn't get it. And I think the reason that he doesn't get it is he has a lot of especially as of late, a lot of right-wingers on his show that are just, that he's boys with. And that's fine. I mean, I think we should talk to people who don't agree with it. But I'm saying, because he wants to be like a real agreeable dude and he wants to, he's the kind of guy you could be easy to be friends with, because of that, he doesn't want to push back. He doesn't push back unless someone's really odious. Like, he did, to his credit, push back on Dave Rubin and Candace Owen, people like that. But when he's always got right-wingers in his ear all the time, I mean, it's going to rub off on his way of thinking, and just someone needs to set him straight. I'll always, I loved Kyle's latest podcast with him and Krystal's, but it's like, I was a little disappointed again, because I was just hoping they would just lay it, Krystal almost got it right, like maybe just another sentence or two, whereas Kyle really didn't, so